Hello everyone, Muckluck Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the Fourth here, and this is a list of tips and tricks for Guild Wars 2, and odds are, even if you are a very experienced player, you don't know some of these, while others on the list will be for the newer crowd. Without further ado, let's get to the list. What does further ado even mean? Tip number 1. When you have a treasure chest, heart, or other reward bouncing in the bottom right of the screen, if you right-click on it, you get the reward without getting the pop-up in the middle of the screen. Note, this works for 99% of the corner rewards in the game, but some, such as the end of a major event, will always pop up in the middle. Number 2. You can change the elevation of the map with the button in the bottom right-hand corner of the large map. This is very useful for some zones, especially in certain cities or in the Heart of Thorns, which has many layers to it. Number 3. Making something in the Mystic Forge and tired of scrolling up and down? You can move the items around. Just drag and drop them together and then start your tedious repetition. Number 4. When you are underwater, your Rebreather replaces your hat. This means if you are using 6 runes on your gear and you don't have this same rune on your Rebreather, then when you go underwater, you lose your 6-piece bonus. Let's talk salvaging. When you right-click on a salvage kit, you can click Salvage Stack and select a stack of something in your inventory to break apart that stack only and then stop. Handy when you need to turn something like 250 ectoplasms into dust, for example. Also, when you right-click a salvage kit, you can tell it to salvage everything of a certain rarity, such as when you right-click a low-quality salvage kit to salvage all your blue items, and then you use a better salvage kit for all of your yellows. Just make sure to identify them first. On that note, when you identify items, they can increase in rarity. If you aren't going to sell them and you plan on salvaging them, always identify them before you salvage. Did you start identifying too many items? You can close your inventory to stop the process. Just close and reopen your inventory to stop the identification where it was. Want to salvage all of your items except something special? You can put it in the shared account slots at the top, and it will be ignored by the salvage kit's salvage all command. For example, if I tell this kit to salvage all greens, the first thing it'll do is those 63 unidentified greens. If I put them up here and try that again, it is no longer on the list. Inventory. Clicking the gear at the top right opens a few handy buttons. The Deposit All Materials button teleports everything considered a material to your material storage in your bank. Compact will squish everything upward into your inventory. You can hold Alt and left-click and drag one item to another slot to split the stack if you need to do so. At a merchant, you can click the sell screen and there is a sell junk button. If you click that, it will automatically take all gray items in your bags, which have no use in the game other than selling them, and sell all of them at once without you having to click them one by one. You can right-click on an item and click Sell at Trading Post to sell an item to other players from anywhere in the world and get it out of your bags. But you can only collect the money from the sale once you go back to a Black Lion trader. As you can see here, this is money I currently have from things I have sold, and I need to go to one of those people to collect the money. You can hover the cursor over the total price in the Trading Post window to see the actual amount of money you'll get from selling it after the Trading Post takes the 15% fee. How old were you when you found out about this trick? Because I was today years old. You can type in a name of a rarity, such as exotic, into the inventory search bar to see only those items. Very handy if you were perhaps gambling exotic items in the Mystic Forge and you just wanted to see the exotic items in your inventory. You can search the word consumable in your inventory to only see those items. Useful if you have a ton of containers to open. You can just keep double clicking on the containers to open them and the next one will slide into place. Maps and targeting. You can Alt left click to make a personal waypoint on the large map or on the mini-map, and it will stay there, and you can use it to reach something that you're hunting for. You can use Shift right-click to draw on the map. To give a visual aid to instructions you are giving a party or communicate quickly without having to type messages. Just remember, keep those maps PG. I don't want to see any zucchinis on those maps. With an NPC or a player targeted, you could press Ctrl-T to put a marker on them, call the target out in chat, and it pings them on the map. You can see the ping right there. This is a great way to very quickly call someone's attention to your target. Additionally, players can use the Take Target keybind to target the marked person. Guardians can use this to teleport through walls onto marked enemies because they are broken as. You can use a targeting reticule to see in the dark like a poor man's radar. No, I'm serious. So here is the jump puzzle below Lion's Arch and the room where it goes completely dark. If you have a torch or a flamethrower, those work decently, giving you enough light to get through, but you can also use a targeting reticule and wave it around to see where the jump spots are. You win every fight by keeping your health above 0 and reducing the enemy's health to 0. Equipment. You can change the stats on Ascended gear with a Mystic Forge recipe. If you get your first Ascended weapon or armor, don't worry if it has the wrong stats, just be happy that you got Ascended. You can change the stats. Just note that it will become a completely new item. So, if, for example, the item was a legendary precursor, it will not be any longer after a stat change. Additionally, make sure that if you have any agony infusions, runes, or sigils on the item that you desperately need to keep, you will want to extract those before you throw anything in the Mystic Forge, as all of that will be wiped. Gear that is in your equipment templates does not take up any space in your bags, even if you are not using it. Having a level 49 character and opening bags on them gives you roughly level 49 gear, giving you iron and such instead of mithril, which can give you much more money in many, but not 100% of all cases. This is something people that really enjoy farming the silver waste over and over and over and over and over like to take advantage of. They will take all the containers of loot that they collect, transfer it to another character, and then open it there before selling the contents. Soulbeasts. They took away our ability to swap pets in combat, but did you know when you are downstate, you are no longer a Soulbeast? Apparently. If you go downstate, you can swap pets. I like to keep the wolf as my secondary, so if I go down, I can hit F4 and then F2 to swap to the wolf and have it howl, which attempts to fear away all attackers, giving me a chance to possibly recover. Adventures! If you're playing an adventure game and you want to restart, you can click the X in the top right corner and reset it immediately without running back or dying. Useful when you are stubbornly trying to get the gold reward on one of these things. Skills. You don't have to click the tiny arrow above a skill bar to change it. You can right-click the big picture to do the same thing. I was also today years old when I learned that one. This also works for the mount menu and novelty menus. Pressing Ctrl right-click makes a skill become autocast. By default, this is on your one skill, but if you are in another form, such as a necromancer in their lich form, or doing the crab race on the guild mission, you might want to control right-click the trap detection pulse so that it will automatically do this every time it comes off of cooldown. The next tip is a big one. Did you know if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch subscription just rotting away? If you use it to subscribe to Muckluck, it supports this channel and helps pay for ramen expenses. This can be done once per month if you have an Amazon Prime subscription. Early conveniences. When you make a new character, I have a level 4 character right here, you get the first waypoint in every race's starter zone unlocked. So if you made a best race and your friend made the mistake of making a salad, they can still come visit you to level up in best race newbie zone if they are not a buka. You can also teleport to the PvP lobby with the cross swords at the top of the screen. Then use the portal to Lion's Arch in the PvP lobby to get any brand new character to Lion's Arch quickly and safely. The PvP lobby can also be used as a 0-calorie, diet, caffeine-free alternative to a VIP lounge pass. You can enter the PvP lobby and use the bank and the Black Lion Trader, and then leave the lobby to get back to where you were. It doesn't have everything that the VIP towns have, such as crafting stations and fractal portals, but it does have murderous psychopaths. Amazing. Chat. You can move your chat box if you wish. Click Show Panel, and then you can drag it to another position at the top left. If you type /age, it will show how long you have played your account and how long you have played your current character. As you can see, I like Ranger a little bit. If you type /deaths, you can see how many times you've died. I PvP a lot, don't judge me. Combos. This game has combos, which allows you to combine certain skills for bonus effects, such as if I use this bonfire followed by this whirling defense, you see burning bolts, burning bolts, burning bolts, burning bolts all over the place. And it has Breakbars, which allow you to interrupt boss monsters when executed properly. If you don't know what those are, check out this fantastic video, link in description. Dodging. Did you know that you can click on the dodge bar with your left mouse key or on the top half of your hit point bar to execute a dodge? Editor's note, this is useless. If you jump and dodge at the same time, you will jump much higher and farther than normal. This can be tricky to get the hang of, and I am terrible at it, but it is helpful for certain jump puzzles in the game. If your character is in the /sit position and you use the dodge roll button, it will dodge in place without moving. This can be useful. Never! There is an about face button that you can bind. This key will spin you around 180 degrees. This is most useful when you are using a skill that launches you backward, but you want to go forwards. For example, this Ranger Sword 3 or Shortbow 3 both launch you backwards. But by hitting About Face plus the skill that you want to use, you can spin around 180 degrees, fire it to go backwards, which is actually going in the direction you want to go, and then you can turn your character back around again to keep going. This can take a lot of practice to be able to perform fluidly, but it gives you more options for movement, especially in PvP. And that's all I've got for now. Hopefully you found some useful tidbits here you didn't already know. In my search for these, I found multiple that even I didn't know with all the content and game time I've accrued so far. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like for the YouTube algorithm. Comment if you have any questions or if you know any tips and tricks that I did not share, and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more future content. A special thank you to my newest Patreon supporters who help make this content possible, and if you are interested in becoming one and getting earlier access to all videos as well as extra videos, there is a link in the description. I also invite you all to join our community Discord, link is down below, which is full of hundreds of wonderful people that play this game and one that we tolerate named Wisty. All the other pricks we keep out. You can ask questions related to any topic of any game that I have made content for, and you will get answers pretty fast. If I don't know the answer, I promise you that someone there does. Lastly, if you'd like to support this channel, please consider bookmarking our Amazon associate links. By simply using this link when you go to Amazon.com instead of typing in Amazon.com, you support this channel and the production of new videos with every purchase that you make at no additional cost to you. You make Amazon pay the bill, how great is that? And that's all for today, and as always, happy gaming, and thanks for watching.